I thought I'd just do a quick video on Ayutthaya. I just come back from there. I had a couple of days trip up there, and I thought I'd give you some 5 best tips from going to and while you're at Ayutthaya, seeing the sights, seeing the temples up there, and give you some worthwhile tip to make your visit a little bit more pleasurable. So tip number 1 is, if you want the full experience, Ayutthaya is only 1.5 hours from Bangkok, north of Bangkok, by train. Very inexpensive. 2 tickets one way come to 30 baht, and so it's very, very affordable and easy. You just go into Bang Sung station, get your ticket and get on your train. One little tip there, I did get asked for ID when buying my ticket, so it might be prudent just to get some ID when you buy your tickets. The trains run all throughout the day. You can get a 3rd class ticket, which is the normal ticket, and there's only a fan and open windows, which is quite comfortable in there when you're travelling, and it stops at most stations. But you can also get a fast train, which has got air conditioning, 1st class, but that only runs twice a day, so you have to be a little bit particular on getting that train. So I would look on the website for that train if you're going up on that in that method. But certainly use the full day as the experience. Use the train to get up there. Tip number 2, I would consider staying overnight. This makes the journey, you're not so rushed during the day, and you can get up in the morning nice and fresh, get up to the historical site early. The best time to visit these sites are early in the morning or late afternoon at sunset to get the best views and pictures if you're taking photographs, but it is an all-day event. The historical site, as it's known now, is spread over quite a large area. There's about 50 temples in total, so you need to be a little bit choosy on which ones you go. So just have a little a look online. And of course there's the head of the Buddha in the tree that is a must. There's some very nice temples. I did do a video just before this, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link below. So that's a tip that you should consider, is making a selective select on temples you're going to visit or intend to visit, because there is so many. Number 3, Ayutthaya is a popular tourist attraction, and you get many people up there. I would consider, as I did, doing it out of season. Although there's tourists there, there's not so many, and it's not so crowded. In the height of the season, when all the coaches and all the tourists are visiting the centre or the area, there is thousands of tourists there, and it becomes a little bit uncomfortable. To say, I was up there last week, and to walk around, although there was people there, it was very comfortable and enjoyable. So I would consider just doing it outside of high season. Low season is ideal, and of course that way you get better rates on your hotel as well. Number 4, depending on what you want to see, what you want to do, transport is very easy. When you come out of the station, if you use the train station, come out of the station and there are tuk-tuks there. They're inverted boat-shaped tuk-tuks. They're all brightly coloured. You can't miss them. Now you can hire one of these tuk-tuks for anything between 800 and 1,000 baht a day, and he will ferry you around from temple to temple. This is the method I used. You choose your temples and he will just ferry you from one to the other. He will stay with you. He will take you to the temples. He will park up and he will wait. He'll take you to his friend's restaurant, family's restaurant for lunch if you want to, and he will wait outside, and he will pick you up in the morning, drop you off at night, ferry you around all day long for 800 or 1,000 baht, whatever you agree to pay. There's also the facility of taking a motorbike. A motorbike is only 200 baht a day, but again, if you're unfamiliar with the area, you've got to find the temples, and you're wasting valuable time driving up and down the road. There's also push bike, and you can hire a push bike for 60 baht a day. Now 60 baht a day bearing in mind if you're there in a very warm day, you're going to need to hydrate every 5 minutes cycling around on your push bike. So just give it a bit of thought of how you want to deal with getting from site to site. As I say, it is quite laid out, the historical park, and sometimes it's they're a mile or a mile and a half apart. Also, while talking about visiting the sites, there is a dual pricing system, and like most tourist attractions, the Thais sometimes don't pay anything, where the Phalangs or the tourists will pay 50 baht, 20 baht to get into a temple. Not all temples are chargeable, but there is some that will charge you to get into the temple, so just bear that in mind. Number 5, travel light. As I said, a lot of the temples are spaced out and spaced apart by a couple of miles, and you need to be travelling comfortably. Light shirt, good shoes, walking shoes. There's a fair amount of walking to be done in the temples and going up the stairs into the temples, so you want to be comfortable. Also, bear in mind for the ladies, these temples are actual working temples. They're not relics, they're not disused, they are working temples, so the appropriate clothing to go into the temples is a must. There is signs every temple for the ladies to cover their shoulders and cover their knees, etc. So just bear in mind that they are working temples and a place of religion. So there you have it. That's my 5 top tips for going to Ayutthaya. Make an effort to go up there. It is very worthwhile to go and see. There's some lovely monuments up there, some lovely temples, laying Buddhas, and there's a nice park. Plenty of rest stop places for something to eat, so you no need to pack lunch. But I would do it, as I say, off my own back, solo, rather than a guided tour. A guided tour is rushed. You want to be a little bit more flexible, and you want to be a little bit more laid back in going from temple to temple. So when you go up there, enjoy yourself. I hope this little video helped out, and I will see you on the next one. And like always, if you like the video, please give me a thumb up, make a comment, and I will respond, and subscribe. Until the next one, take care, be safe.